Some of us, let's be real, some of us just label ourselves with all kind of things and we don't really even know what we're dealing with. Hey guys, what's up? I have been for a little while trying to find where to put this mosquito repellent thingy that I bought so that it won't be too smoky, but it will get the job done, because filming in the daytime, it has its challenges because you have to find the perfect lighting. It can't be too hot for your devices or else they'll turn off and all these things. Filming at night can be great for the devices because they stay cool. And if you have the right lighting, there's nothing to worry about. But then you have to deal with the bugs if you're outside. So, hi, how y'all doing? I hope that your November is kicking off well. I hope your holiday season rather, or whatever you may be celebrating, even if it's not a holiday, I hope that it's well. And I also hope that you're on top of your self-care. I hope that you're listening to your divine feminine. I hope that you are following your heart. I hope you're taking out time to feel your feelings. I hope you're taking moments of silence to just sit and bask in where you are and to be fully present with yourself. I hope that you are not consumed by the internet, and that you remember you can always log off, you can always turn everything off and ground yourself into your real reality, your real timeline, okay? Ooh, my voice trying to go out a little bit, but I cannot blame my voice or my body because I have been talking a lot today and I've been talking a lot this week. Tonight, I just wanted to come to you guys with a quick message about one of our favorite spiritual topics: alignment. Yes, we've heard this before. Yes, we know this already. We've heard alignment 1,000 times. We know what it means. I have this article that it was one of the first things I wrote when I came back on the internet this year, and it's called Alignment is a Vibe. I'll post some of that. I'll post some of that article up on this video so that you guys can just see a little snippet of it. However, it is, like many other articles, available on my Tumblr page, so you guys go give that a follow. I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe getting into Substack, but I'm not sure yet. Because I see like a lot of people are over there too. The article is called Alignment is a Vibe. Basically, what I'm trying to convey in that article is that there are different ways to know when you're in alignment, when you are around the right people, when you are in the right environments, when things just are fitting the right way. One of the ways that you can know you're in alignment is by just checking the vibe, taking a moment to see if things resonate with you. Because at a very, very basic instinctual level, we can save ourselves a lot of time, we can save ourselves a lot of energy, we can save ourselves a lot of investment, emotional investment, especially when we can just recognize really, really quickly that, ooh, the vibe's off, this is not for me, right? And that can be really, really difficult to do because most of us, we are so used to saying, oh, I don't know if I could trust myself. I don't know if it's my anxiety or intuition. Here's what I want to encourage you to do, not just this fall, but just moving forward in general. I want you to just lean fully into that anxiety. Some of us, let's be real, some of us just label ourselves with all kind of things and we don't really even know what we're dealing with, right? So we can say, oh, I got anxiety. My anxiety is so bad and can't trust myself, or because I just get anxiety. No, you just don't get anxiety, right? Yes, there is some situations where you are responding to the present from the past, right? And I think I talked about that in another video briefly, where I was just dropping off a message that sometimes we respond irrationally because we're responding to not just the present moment, we're responding to every other moment that was just like that and we didn't respond in the past. We're trying to catch up for lost time in other timelines. But that's when you have to do that inner work, which some may say it's shadow work. You have to go within yourself and you have to say, why didn't I respond? What's the trauma behind that? What's the healing thing that I need to do moving forward to balance out that scar that may be left behind? And this is the only way that you're going to be able to truly unlock your intuition and truly be able to vibe with whatever is your version of alignment. It's very important that you get in tune with the music that you like. It's very important that you get in tune with just the way you like to feel, the weather you like, the surroundings that make you feel at ease or make you feel excited or make your body respond and react differently. Not only are you tapping into what your ancestors have for you, what your ancestors may want for you at that moment, or just for your life in general, you're also tapping into things that are aligned with your highest self and your highest timeline. Okay. So, alignment is a vibe because if you know what feels good, if you know what feels great, if you know what elevates and highlights you, if you know what that vibe is, you can tap into your alignment at any given moment. You don't have to wait on anything. When something is out of alignment with you, you'll know it instantly because the frequency, it just won't match up anymore. There's more than one way to know if something aligns with you or not. It's not always going to be through dreams. It's not always going to be through tarot. It's not always going to be through a reading or a ritual. Sometimes it's literally just, yeah, I'm not feeling it. Yeah, the vibe's off. Ugh, my anxiety's starting to flare up thinking about this. Yes, it is valid that sometimes we do have to work through our anxiety, but I just want you to be able to take some time out to notice it and process it. Even if you feel like you want to work through that anxiety and proceed with whatever activity or environment that you're in, it's still really important to just take a moment to listen, because what you're picking up on might just be the misalignment of what you're doing. And it might not be that what you're doing is misaligned, it might just be the timing, it might be the place, it could be anything. Don't sleep on that intuitive ability, on that bodily intelligence that is trying to come through, that may actually be heightened in this 2025 experience, and also moving it forward to 2026 and 2027. Okay, remember, Saturn is in Pisces. Water is the undertone of everything that's going on over the next couple of years. And for the month of November, water is the dominant element until we get to December. Okay? All of that to say that alignment changes everything. Alignment is going to change how you eat. Alignment is going to change how you dress. Alignment is going to change how you talk. Alignment is going to change the rooms that you're in. Alignment is going to change the places that you frequent. Alignment is going to open your vision. Okay? When you do one thing that's in alignment, Spirit is going to send you a vision. Spirit is going to send you a message that confirms the next step that is in alignment with your path, right? And if you don't feel like you have that next step, maybe it's loading. Maybe in that time that you feel like you may have a creative block, or you may feel like, oh, I don't know what to do next, right? Maybe that's a time to just ground yourself, be present, be thankful, show gratitude, um, do self-care, meditate, pray. That's a time to just fill up that space in between those downloads and those milestones and accomplishments. It's a time to fill it up with things that will pour in, things that will replenish and enhance. Alignment changes everything. This is a message that came through for me because earlier this year, I had some successes, but I was wondering why I had somewhat of a creative block beginning 2025, where some of my anger and frustration was coming from beginning 2025. And Spirit, once again, told me that I was frequenting a place that I did not belong. I was in community and in company with people that I didn't need to be around. This environment and these people were completely out of alignment with me. And being in survival mode, I just pushed through that difficulty when the truth was that surrendering, trusting the vibe, trusting that disconnect that I felt in my spirit, trusting that frustration and that angst that was coming through in the background, it would have cleared my path and opened my road for the place that I really needed to be next. And when I actually did choose to surrender, to unalign myself with what was misaligned, that was when the breakthrough happened for me in 2025. The energy is the foundation for so many things. So if the foundation is off at an energetic level, how is anything else going to be worthwhile? Once I cleared that energy out of my path and I misaligned myself with that, I had a creative breakthrough, financial increase, new opportunities. Okay, so many things just happened back to back by me releasing a few situations that were out of alignment with me coming into this year. When we say release in spirituality, we're not just talking about releasing energy and stress from your body. We're not just talking about touching ourselves and making ourselves feel good. We're talking about releasing literally an environment, a person, a activity that is beneath us, dead weight. And when you energetically connect with your version of alignment, everything else should shift, and that should be the frequency at which you conduct majority of things in your life. No one's life is perfect, but that is your spirit, that is your soul telling you, hey, this where you need to be at. And immediately when you come across anything that is below your frequency, you either won't come into contact with it, or you'll know without a doubt, this is not for me. You won't have to question if it's anxiety or intuition, because you'll just know it's not for me. Your alignment is going to come with instant gratification. So you'll also know that you're in alignment because the universe or your physical reality is going to instantly respond to whatever it is you're doing. Okay. Also, vice versa, you'll know that something is out of alignment with you when you may not get that response, right? There's no response. Your spirit team isn't responding, the general public isn't responding, maybe nobody around you is responding, right? But when you're in alignment, you're going to get some type of confirmation. You're going to get some type of gratification instantly from what you're doing, because spirit wants you to know, yes, yes, keep going. Yes, we like when you do these things. We like when you go to these places. We like when you wear these clothes. Look for that instant gratification, because when you're in alignment, you don't have to really wait for anything. You're not going to have to wait a long time to know that something is right for you. When it's out of alignment, there may be some little tricky situations that try to make you think, smoke and mirrors, something is aligned with you, but immediately your discernment should kick in and say, something's funny about that. When something's aligned, when something's right for you, and at every moment that it's right for you, you're gonna receive some type of confirmation, some type of gratification, okay? So make sure you're looking for that, because some of us get really distracted by other people's results. And you can't try on somebody else's, I mean, you can, but you can't wear somebody else's alignment. You can't wear somebody else's gift, somebody else's calling, somebody else's blessing. You can try to mimic it, but you may not get that confirmation. You may not get that instant gratification from it, because that might not be what's highest and best for you. That's really all I've got. I just wanted to kind of drop in, remind you, remind myself, whoever's watching, that alignment doesn't look the same for everybody. And alignment is not dictated by this one dimensional aspect. Right now, alignment starts, and it should always, in the future and in the past, it should always start with a vibe. Do you vibe with this? Do you resonate with this? Is the energy right? And everything else is going to build on top of that. You will get instant gratification just for being in the right frequency with what your alignment is.